We have a new product coming out tomorrow. It is called our Butterfly Boutique Suite, or Bouquet Suite, sorry. Butterfly Bouquet Suite. And it contains some wonderful products. I'm going to show you them in a minute. And one of them is only available during the special period, and it ends May 3rd or until quantities last. So let's get started. I'm going to move you on down. We've got a couple people on here, so let's easily move this down and get it lined up so that you can see what I am doing. There we go. So you guys want to see what I'm talking about? Okay, here we go. First of all, the Butterfly Brilliance stamp set. Now this is a background stamp. So this is all one stamp, and I am going to be using it in my Stamparatus today. And this is what it looks like. Isn't that awesome? So instead of having to stamp all of them individually, they stamp all at one time. And let me see, let me get my, I'm going to show you something. So what I did, I have been playing with this, and I stamped a bunch of these, actually a couple of those, and I just started coloring away. And even if it went off the paper, I colored those too, because those can go off the paper. And so, you know, the coloring is endless, you guys. This one can go in a, here, let me get a piece of white. Could go in a corner like that. This one could go like this. Or you could choose to snip it off and have it in the corner, and then all you would do is turn your paper over and clip that corner. But look at these. Aren't they gorgeous? I was just playing with different colors. I did use my blends on all of these, so these were stamped in Memento ink. Clean all these up. Okay, and when you get your stamp set, I'm going to tell you something. Don't throw these little pieces away. You could put these, mount these on a block, and don't they look like cow spots or giraffe spots? So if you have another stamp set that is a cow or a giraffe, you could use this as a background on one of the mats. So don't throw those away. Okay, so we have the stamp set. Then we have the dies. No pun intended, but they are to die for. You get an outline stamp, and this cuts them all at one time. Shut the front door, I know. Too nice. So you don't have to cut each individually. Then we have, and this is all one set of dies, all these intricate dies. And then you have some mini butterflies, and I believe these cut some of the butterflies in the designer series paper. Then you have this that cuts like little speckles out. You've got this with the bricks. This is a crosshatch, and this is an embossing. But the possibilities are endless. And as you can see, I have been cutting out a bunch. These are all my leftovers so far. I've been preparing for my virtual class that happens this month, and this is the suite we will be using. Okay, then we have some designer series paper. We have this Natural Touch designer series paper. Let me tell you, you guys, I'm using it in my class. It looks like wood. It feels like wood. It has like bumps on it. So you can feel the grain of this wood. Too cool. So you get 2 sheets of that in that pack. Then we have the Butterfly Bisou. I put up a YouTube video yesterday, and one of my German friends let me know in the comments how you say it. It's spelled B-I-J-O-U, and she says it's French, and it's pronounced B-Z-U. So bisou. So I guess I'm speaking French when I say that word. But as you can tell, my French is terrible. Okay, I'm going to take all these out. This is a full pack. Pull this out. Now, see this? Watch. This die cuts all of these out at one time. Run them through. But don't throw these away. What I did is I kind of cut around them and then matched them up with the corresponding die, and I cut them out. So those could be for the edges of your cards too. This is this one. So what I did is I just took a piece of washi tape and put these down on my cutting surface and then just cut them out. I also, once I got a little bit smarter, I cut around these and then I actually washi taped them to the back so I could cut them all at one time. So you don't even need to stamp to get butterflies, beautiful butterflies. These are like a kaleidoscope of color. These are the backgrounds. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite of the backs in the wash color. But unfortunately, you have this on this side. So you're going to have to get 2 packs because you know you're going to want to use both sides. Now you do get, look at this, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you could decide, okay, I'm using 4 fronts and 4 backs. So that's that pattern. I don't want to lose this Whisper White. Here's another one. Look at this, the speckled. Look at this side. Beautiful Bermuda Bay and Highland Heather. And Mint Macaron goes with this. Gorgeous. Look at the rainbow of butterflies on this one. And you do get 8 sheets of each pattern. And then this side. So you could use 4 sheets of one for one side and 4 sheets for the other, because, you know, we love both sides of papers, right? Okay, look at this one. We're going to be using this one today. Butterflies fluttering in the sky. That looks like clouds. It's actually a wash, but, and then this side. This, you could do the intricate dies on any of these backs and cut these out, and you'd have a patterned butterfly. I have got so many ideas, and those taking my class this in March will get some additional samples with their PDF. Here's a fluttering butterflies. Now, I don't know. I didn't check this out, and I don't want to lie to you. I've just been having so much fun with the big ones and the coloring. You know, I am a colorer. So, do these cut any of these out? No. Okay, so these don't cut any of these out. I thought perhaps they would. They might cut some other ones out. Here's the back side. So you've got some pinks and the Flirty Flamingo and Calypso Coral, Magenta Madness and that. And then the Bermuda Bay and the Mint Macaron. And I have been finding that Pool Party does go with this too. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. And then the back side. Another gorgeous design. So as you can see, these are gorgeous, and if you are loving them, this is the one product that is exclusive to the special, and it's only available until May 3rd or until quantities last. So if you are loving it, I wouldn't buy just 1 pack. I would get at least 2 packs right away. I can tell you, as a demonstrator, we were able to order this early. I've gone through 2 packs already. Okay, so that is the suite. Now we are going to get creating. So I'm going to move this all to the side here. Now I am using a couple other products today. I forgot the embossing folder name. So if you know the embossing folder name that I'm using, post it. We're using a base of Bermuda Bay. Then I have a piece of So Saffron, and I embossed it with this embossing folder. I went back to my Painted Poppies bundle. And in there we have the painted labels. I used this label from there because it coordinates wonderfully. I've used this label, and I cut that from the designer, one out of the designer series paper and one out of Pool Party. I didn't want Bermuda Bay. I felt it was too dark, so we're going to try Pool Party. Then I cut one of the intricate dies out in basic black. Then we have this piece of basic white, and we're going to stamp this butterfly here. And the reason why I'm stamping it is because when I cut out all the large ones out of the designer series paper, the yellow butterfly was way too big. And I didn't want the orange in there. So I thought, you know what? We need to stamp a little bit. You know, I love when the designer series paper can do the work for us, but we do need to stamp. So I've cut this 3 by 3 because I want to get this image. So what I'm going to do is move my stuff out a little bit. I am going to grab my Memento ink and I'm going to stamp that butterfly. And it doesn't have to be good. I just want to see the position of it on my Stamparatus. So that way I know where to place my basic white paper. I'm going to grab a couple magnets to hold it. And the magnets have to go at the top only because don't forget we still have other stamps down here, images. So we're going to ink that up really good. And we're going to stamp it. And if we're not satisfied with the deepness of the black, we could always stamp it again because we're using our Stamparatus. Okay, I think it's a little bit light in the center, so I am going to stamp it again. I made sure I didn't grab the 2 pads that I just re-inked because they are inked too heavily. Okay, let's just get that again and rub that on there to get a good image. Okay, there we go. So we have our image. Now we could choose to color this now or color it after we cut it out. I'm going to color it now, and I am just using the dark So Saffron. And then I think I'm going to grab a little bit of the Mango Melody because there is a little bit of orange in there. And I'm just going to basically color this. Now, since this is a red rubber stamp, you could choose to do it in StazOn ink and do a watercolor with your water pens. Just color all around here. Okay, I think I want it a little bit darker in some spots, so I'm going to use the brush end and I'm lifting as I go to the outside because I want the inside a little bit darker, so I'm lifting up. Okay, so the inside is going to be a little bit darker than the outside of the wings. Lifting up. So that's a way of blending without spending too much time. Again, just short strokes, adding that layer of color. Okay, I am going to grab my Mango Melody. Oh. And because it's a deeper yellow, and if I look at these images here, you can see a little bit, a hint of orange, not much. So it's more the Mango Melody. So I am just streaking out just a little bit. Add some along the bottom of these here. And just stroke it out, not any rhyme or reason. I think I'm going to do a little bit right in here. Now it's not much of a change. Now the center of this is black in these. So I am mimicking what I have here. So I am going to get my light black blend and color that in. And I am going to color the edges, leaving a little bit of white in the center, just for a little bit of highlight. Okay, now we are going to grab our die. And since it's a large die, to find the image, and it's this particular image here. So we're going to cut that out. So let me grab my machine and put it right here so you can see what I am doing. This is one of my really old plates. See how it's cracked? Everybody laughs because I use it. It's perfectly flat though. So hey, why not? Okay, so I am going to take a piece of washi tape and secure this down. And I'm because I don't want it to move. So we're going to put this on here, line it up, and put a little bit of washi tape. And I'm putting it not over the image, but around the image. Okay, let's cut this out. Just like that. Let me know if you want to see me cut the designer series paper all at one time. Do you want to see how that works? If you do, I answer yes there. So hey, Monica and Karen and Zaina and Christine. Love that they cut out all at once. You know what? That is the highlight, Karen. I love it. No more of it running it through 10 times. So, hi, Denise. So, Debbie says, okay, so I am going to not wait for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and place this on here. Watch how this, I'm not even going to adhere it with washi tape. If you place your die down and just hold it and then slap the top one down, you'll get it. Hold it tight and run it through your machine. Okay, this is magic. Look at this. I'll move my machine so we can see. Look at that, how easily it cut that out. Oops. And then we still have all these images. You could even cut this, you could cut around these if you want and use them along the edge of a card or cut it straight. And that could be a strip on your card or scrapbook page. Don't waste it, you guys. Use every piece of this stuff. So now I have all these butterflies ready for cards. We're not making that many cards today, though. Okay, so now we have our elements. We have our 2 labels, our butterfly, our die, our mat, and our card base. So we are going to go ahead. I'm not going to burnish this because, oh, no, it's right here. I piled my dies on top of it. Burnish our edge here. We're going to go ahead and put down our embossed piece. And I like using the liquid glue. Yeah, you guys know that I just got this liquid glue, what? Not even 10 days ago. I'm almost out again. Lo and behold, though, I ordered more. I have an extra one here, but I ordered 2 more yesterday. How many of you ordered yesterday? Thank you, thank you. Or in the last week or 2 for that final celebration. Thank you. I appreciate your orders and your support. And I know you guys appreciate getting free stuff. Okay, so we have our 2 labels. So I'm going to set these on here, offset them like this. I am going to set them directly onto my mat. I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek of my class that's coming up. So if you take my virtual class, you get, this one goes first, you get supplies for 4 cards. It's all cut and die cut for you. All the embellishments, ribbons, and everything. You get a PDF with pictures and brief instructions. And then you get 4 videos of the 4 cards that you have lifetime access to. Okay. Well, I think I wanted that down. Yes, I do, because I'm going to cover those up. Let's get that up real quick. That's what I love about using that liquid glue. I can change my mind. Okay, we're just going to set that on like that. Okay, now we have our label. Now I went into my archives and got Butterfly Gala. I know, you guys, I probably have a ton of butterfly sets, but you can never have enough butterfly sets, especially this one because it makes it so easy. And I thought, oh, I have butterflies, but not like these and not as easily cut. So I've got butterfly punches, Got butterfly dies, butterfly sets, but I had to have this one. And you do too, believe me. Once you start seeing everything that you can create with this. Okay, we're going to set this right down here. And I am going to, do I want to pop that up? We're going to put my butterfly here. I'm popping that up. I think that that's going to be enough layers without popping it up. Now when I secure this down, I'm just putting glue on the center. Don't worry about putting glue on all the outside, you guys. It's not needed. Somebody should have told me I was upside down. Okay, so we've got that on there. Now we're going to secure our two butterflies. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my bone folder and I want to bend the wings up. Sorry, did the wrong side. Just a little bit. I am going to do the same thing with these dies. Now when you do it with the dies, you need to be very careful. Oh, a little chag came out. Missed one. Okay, I just want to wing those up just a little bit. Now I am going to put very little, there we go, glue there. We're going to let that set a minute because I don't want it to smush out. And then I am going to grab some pearls. Our black matted jewels that are in our mini catalog are back ordered. So I'm going to make my own. So I think I'm going to need 5 or 6. So I am going to grab my dark black blend and I'm going to color, well, maybe not that one. Here we go. Black. And make sure you get all the way down to the base on that when you color those. Okay, so let me see. Let's do 3 of the larger ones, and then we'll do 3 of the small, or 3 of the medium, and 3 of the small. Because I only have 3 small left on this one. Okay, we need to let that dry for just a second. So I'm going to put that to the side. This is starting to turn clear, so that it means it's ready to be put on. Now, when you put this on, you may choose to cut off the antennae, and I am going to, because I don't like the way that looks. Oop, those are my ribbon ones. I don't know where my other ones, oh, they're right here. Where other ones are. So this suite, you guys, makes wonderful wedding cards, Mother's Day cards. In fact, I'm very sad that my mother is not still here because she loved watching her birds and her butterflies in her garden and the bees. And I know she would have loved a card made from this. So we have that. We're going to go ahead and place our pearls on before we secure that onto our card. So we're going to start with the larger ones, one for its head, and I think 6 will go. So the 3 medium ones kind of do his head and his body. We could have done one of these large ones for his head, but I already got those on. So then we're going to go 1, 2. The important thing is making sure you get them lined up straight. And then I just kind of press down on it. Oh, we could have used one more small one, but that's all I have right now. Now, you will also notice that it looks like there's some black dots here. You could choose to put something on there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make sure that these are all bent up. I'm going to hold it like that for a second. I'm going to turn it around, and I am going to go ahead and use mini dimensionals to place this on. And we want to make sure it's on good, so we're going to use 2. If we were just using the black, I would use detailed die. I probably would use my black Stampin' Dimensionals. I can't talk and concentrate at the same time. So we're just going to place that right there. Now, I was thinking of adding a bow to it. What do you guys think? Does it need it? Yeah? No? Let me know. I was thinking of adding a bow out of our gingham, and this is part of our annual catalog. So I'll tie it and then you guys tell me. Yay or nay? I haven't seen any more comments coming up. So let's see how we're doing here. Karen, you're not swimming today, huh? Or are you in early from the pool? So I was thinking of adding this up here. Do you think it needs it? Or do you think it distracts? Let me know. While you're deciding on that, and we can laugh to see, we usually have a tie. What do you think? Debbie says yes. I'm going to go ahead and this is the inside of my card. So I'm going to grab my Stamparatus again while you guys are deciding. And I know where my stamp is going to stamp, and I only want it part way onto my card. So I am actually going to put it just like this. I want to make sure that I don't have any more other ink anywhere on here. In fact, I think I am going to take a scrap piece of paper and put it on here because, you know, with my luck, I would get ink on there. That's just the way it kind of rolls for me sometimes. Okay, I'm just going to ink this up. And let's, whoop, a little bit too far in, so we're going to move it out. I don't want that much of it showing. I just want it peeking in the side of my card. There we go. Go ahead and ink that up. So Debbie says yes. Zana says, I'm not one for ribbons on cards, but love it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you know, sometimes ribbons aren't my thing, and sometimes they are. Okay, so we stamped that. I got a little bit of black ink on that. I will cover it up with my sentiment, believe me. I'm going to go ahead and color this yellow also, just real quick. Thank you for commenting though, Zena. I appreciate it. And to make it match with what's on the front, just add a little bit of mango. And I am just going to use my water pen to draw out some black. So it's not drying out too much. So I'll pick some up from my pad. There we go. Because I just don't want that stark white. But I don't want it real, real black like the one on the front. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and secure this to the inside. Do we have any more votes? Okay, so we only got 2 votes, and both of them were yes. Well, Zana was, I don't like ribbons, but I like it. So we will get that on there. It will look better once I straighten it up. And I may decide not to put it on after I cut it, and that's okay too. So that's the inside. And I could even use on the inside, we're going to do thank you so very much from that same Butterfly Gala set. Here, okay, the S is going to go right over that smudge, and you guys aren't even going to know that it was there. Ta-da! Look at that. Okay, so back to the front and the ribbon. I really like my butterfly to stand out. This is going to be a card that does not go in the mail. Okay, let's trim this up here. It makes a difference too once you shorten up those legs and its ears a little bit. I don't want a big bow. I just want a little one. Just a little dainty bow. Trim that like that. Grab my glue dots. Now I just want you to know that if you are looking at, if you're on my mailing list, you will get the details of my butterfly bouquet class today. We're just going to put that right there. I kind of like it. Could have been Bermuda Bay even. I was thinking the yellow because it would be brighter, but it kind of blends in. And plus I thought it would be over this more, but that's okay. But you can't make my class. I do record the class and do YouTube videos that you have lifetime access to. So I'm just going to show you, I'll show you one of the cards. And always one card is a special fold card, so you know. I'm going to put this up. That's our card for the day. Oh, now I'm upside down. I need to flip it around. Okay. I'm not very good at standing on my head, so that's the only way you'd ever see me stand on my head. So I'm just going to give you a sneak peek. This is a sneak peek of one of the cards. That's a sneak peek. That's it. So if you're interested and aren't on my mailing list, go to judystamps.com and subscribe there, and you will get the details of my class later today. So until next time, everybody, happy stamping.